Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reviewing and discussing the 14E Aloe Nourish Foundation SPF 23 and the 14E Aloe Nourish Prime Inset powder. These are brand new on the website. I am familiar with 14E. It is created by Emma Fortini, and she is a makeup artist. So whenever a makeup artist makes a makeup line, I am especially excited because they just have a little bit of extra insight. They really are consumers of makeup and they know what works well in such a variety of different situations. So I always get really excited, and boy, did this not disappoint. So let's start with the foundation. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, feelings, and opinions about it. We'll jump into a little demo and all of that good stuff as always. So this is what the foundation looks like. I really love it because it's in a squeezy tube. It is this really pretty sage green color. It has this little clear window where you could see the shade of your product as well, which imagine being a makeup artist, having this in your kit, I could see that being really, really helpful. I'm currently using the shade Macadamia 2.5, which will be listed here on the back for you. And this retails for $46. It is your standard foundation side of 1 ounce or 30 milliliters. Samples of this product are available. They are $3 a piece. I will make sure that I have a separate little listing of that for you down below so that you are welcome to try out several shades, get to play with the formula before you commit to purchasing the entire bottle. So something else that I love about this cosmetics line, and specifically the foundation and the powder, is that there is an aloe vera base to all of these products. So aloe vera is very soothing to the skin. It's really nourishing. Typically you will see water as the predominant ingredient in makeup products, and that really is just a filler ingredient. So I love that they have this. My skin loves aloe. I think that's the case with many people. So that is included in here, as well as a bunch of different skin calming ingredients, which include tremella mushroom, Gatu cola, as well as licorice root, and these are all really soothing and calming to the skin. Not only that, but this foundation is said to relieve and treat acne, as well as target any signs of aging, which I think it does so with its really nourishing properties. I do have a little breakout sort of happening right here, which is a little bit uncommon for me, but it's not something I regularly struggle with. However, I love that it has these additional claims and that the ingredients go the extra mile to do so. It does also claim to be a medium buildable foundation, which I think is absolutely the case. I will speak to this a little bit more as we're doing the demo part, but I really just like to apply this with my fingers. You can see it still very much looks like my skin, but it is perfected. It allows enough room for it still to look like skin, but you could still go in and add a little bit of extra coverage with your concealer. I think that this is meant to be the superhero, and then the concealer is the sidekick. I love the Fit Glow concealer, you guys know that, so I'll go in and add that extra coverage where I want, but overall I want it to look really natural and skin-like, and with this semi-matte finish that it gives, I think it does so incredibly well. So it is weightless on the skin. That's something I love. There is also SPF 23 in here, which is another added bonus as well. Something else that I did want to make note of is that this wears incredibly well, and I think it is because it has this very lightweight finish. It doesn't settle into the pores. It's not drying enough to do so. It's not so thin that it's going to sort of get patchy in different areas. It has almost like a mousse-like texture that you will see as I'm applying it on the skin, specifically when you start to rub it in, but it really is so natural. It's a little bit more matte than something like, if I read that description, that might not be something I would be laser focused on, but you go in with a little bit of beauty mist, get that little bit of extra glow going, and it really is such a nice step in the summertime because I want it to be a little bit more difficult for the shine to sort of break through on my face, because that's sort of bound to happen anyway. So it is a long wearing, high performing, beautiful foundation. Its weightless feel is something that I think we all crave in the spring and summer. And so if you haven't tried this, highly recommend at least picking up a sample. All right, now let's move along to the powder. This is the 14E Aloe Nourish Prime Inset powder. That's right, you could both prime and set your makeup with this. I will get into that in just a second. It looks like this. It's got this really cute little white package with that aloe leaf there on the front. You know, it's just a white container full of magic, beautiful setting powder that does not overly dry the skin. It is very weightless on the skin as well. And what I really love about it is that it is a true translucent. You're not really going to see like a white cast left behind on your skin, which I think is really important because it can make deeper complexion complexions look gray, and she is a makeup artist after all, so I do really think that she kept that in mind when formulating this product, so all skin tones can use it. You could use this as a primer to smooth and blur, as I said, so you would take a nice dense brush and buff it into the skin. This is actually a nice trick if you're looking to just make it slide on the skin like butter. I have a little bit more of normal to dry skin, not that you can't do this. You absolutely can. It's just not something that I choose to do. I'd rather go the extra mile after the fact, and I'll show you a little tip that I like to do to make the skin look really smooth here in just a moment as well, but it is a possibility. Or of course, you could set the makeup with this as well. I like to use the Delium Tools 787 brush. It does so in a way that does not dry out the skin, which I love, and its main ingredient in here is the bamboo silica, which is in the 100% pure bamboo blur powder, which I love so much as well, and this is a couple bucks less, so that's something to look into, especially if you really enjoy that powder as much as I do. It is talc free, it's silicone free, it is perfume free as well, so it's a good, just, you don't have to think about it. It is my go-to, most reached for powder. I'm out of my bamboo blur powder, so this is the one that I'm using exclusively. I was using it behind the scenes a little bit as well, getting familiar with it because we hadn't quite brought them onto the website, but it's a fantastic powder, and not only that, it works in tandem beautifully with their foundation. But enough about me jabbering on about it. I'm going to show you exactly why I love these products so much. You'll be able to see them just both half and half on my skin, which I really like sharing with you as well. It is of course what I'm wearing here today, but let's just jump right into the demonstration portion of the video. Hello, welcome to my face. Very up close headband snatch, but I'm going to show you, of course, in action, the 14E Aloe Nourish foundation, which I've really been enjoying. So you know all about the packaging and everything. I'm using the shade Macadamia, which is shade 2.5. In the summer, I will probably need something a little bit darker, but this has a really nice neutral leaning, a little bit more yellow tone for me. So this is how it looks here on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to rub this in with my finger, and I like to just kind of dot this stuff on. And for this, as well as many other products that I've been using, I've really been liking to just go ahead and rub it in with my hands, and then I'll give it a good once over with my beauty sponge, which is just kind of my rule of thumb with everything. This is a little bit more of a matte finish. I think that is particularly wonderful for the summer months, of course. And I am just going to work away using my fingers as I've said, and then you will just kind of watch me do my thing. I am only going to do this side of my face per usual. That way you could see how this coverage is buildable and what it does for my skin. So here we go. And then I did prime my skin today using the Agent Nature Holy Oil, which is my go-to. I use it underneath everything. It is just the rules. Really natural and skin-like still, which is important to me personally. So we're just gonna kind of cut a line down the middle. All right, so we're coming in even closer so that you could see. So you could see there's not at all a shiny finish on my skin. In fact, it's even a little bit more matte than the side without foundation because, of course, this is just prepped with the oil. But look at how nice, it has almost like a little bit of a skin blurring effect, as you can see right here. It's not emphasizing any dryness in my skin, though it has that more matte finish as well. You could still see my skin through this. It's just a little bit more perfected. So I'm excited to show you guys this side because this side is where I have a little bit more to conceal. That really is the side, honestly, I should have done, but it's gonna happen right now. So I'm gonna work on that side and then show you all the completed look, and then we'll get on to the powder, which I like to set my concealer with. All right, so this side I'm excited to share with you because, as you can see, it really pared down a lot of the redness that you see there, although it does not eliminate that completely. So it allows me to go in in spot conceal, which I will do and gives you the liberty to do. But when you don't really try to overly mask small little flaws, it just makes it look so much more natural. Like, I honestly don't think anyone would be able to detect that I really have makeup on my skin if I just left it at this. I am going to go with my Fit Glow concealer as always, and I'm just going to add a little bit where I need, which is always here underneath my eyes. I get pretty discolored out here and on my eyelids, so I'm going to kind of take care of that situation as well. And then I'll go ahead and add a little bit more here. I always like a little coverage just around the nose because that breaks down pretty quick for me. And then maybe I'll do, you know, a little bit of that as well. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so there is the concealer on. As you can see, it's so natural. This is a little bit more matte than I would originally go for, but this is really something that I lean towards using in the spring and summer months. Something that looks like skin is going to give me a little bit more of a mattifying effect as well. And to further intensify that, let's go in with the 14E Aloe Nourish Prime and Set powder. So you'll have already heard me speak about how you could use this before makeup to add a further blurring, mattifying effect to the skin. Because I do have more dry skin, that is something that I avoid. But I am going to use this to increase the wear and set the makeup in place, prevent any creasing, all of that good stuff. So per usual, I love the Delium Tool 787 brush because the bristles are quite flexible and bendy. I'm going to put a little bit in the cap, and I'm just going to do the lightest dusting. I mean, I knew I would like this because it is also formulated with bamboo silica, much like the 100% pure bamboo blur powder that I love so much, but this stuff is great. I'm gonna get in really close underneath my eyes. It does not exacerbate the dryness. I am getting a little older, so there is a little bit of wrinklage under there, but nothing that is like offensive. It doesn't look crusty, crepey, dry, none of that stuff, but it will set all of this in place. Okay, so here we are. We've got the under eye set. They're still a little bit discolored. I can't really avoid that completely unless I go in with an eye brightening step, but you can see it's really smooth and matte. Same with around the nose here. I love this in this area of my face. You can even press it in with a little sponge to really sort of blur that away, but I'm just showing you guys a quick little everyday thing. I put a little concealer there. Wherever you put concealer, you usually want to add, but I'll let everything else look just like this. I'm back very up close because I wanted to show you something. Something that I love about this powder so much is the smoothing properties of it. So I did mist my face with just a little bit of the Amly Radiance Boost that just kind of helps everything melt into the skin, look a little bit more glowy. It emphasizes my highlights, which I really like as well. So I am just going to take my beauty sponge. This is a Jenny Patinkin. I'm going to tap a little bit of this in. In fact, I'm even going to get you a little bit closer to watch this magic happen. So you can see when I mist my face, it kind of reopens the pores here, which looks very natural. It looks skin-like. It does not look bad. But I like it to be quite smooth there. So I've got a little powder on the sponge, and I'm just going to press and roll this in just right there. Again, I don't like super matte skin. And look at the difference. I mean, guys, that is a huge difference. Let's do it really quick. On that side. And we're gonna press and roll. And again, it takes an extra 10 seconds of your time. It allows this part of my cheeks to be emphasized and glowy again, and then this just to look smooth and radiant and perfection. So I did just want to share that with you real quick. All right, everyone, that is it. I really hope that you found this video helpful. Seriously, this is one of my most reached for base product items in the collection. If you want something quick and easy, I mean, I applied it with my freaking fingers, set it with the powder really nicely. I mean, you could really get the job done so quick. Please note that I take a little extra time because I'm sort of walking through everything with you guys. If you're looking for a great powder to set the skin that is smoothing and just align pore blurring, I should say, it's really more that, then this is the one for you. And again, they work great together. There are samples available of the foundation, so make sure to pick some of those up if you're curious. And also make sure to check out the description box down below so you can see all 13 shades swatched and see which one might be the best for you. So if you enjoyed this video, please give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I upload new videos here every single week and I don't want you guys to miss them. Also, let me know what else you would like to see reviewed. 14E does also have a more sheer base product option as well. So if that's something you're looking for, maybe something to consider because it also is a beautiful aloe based formulation. Maybe I could do a comparison video in the future for you all as well. I think that you might find that helpful. But thank you all so much for watching. If you could please take our makeup survey down below, sign up to our newsletter, and check us out on all of our social media before you do, that would be fantastic. But I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the love and support, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.